Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. USC Lincoln Riley closing the 2024 class in a massive way last night, landing defensive lineman Ratumana Bulavu, waking up on signing day to another commitment in Jaden Walker, was previously committed to Michigan State, signs with USC, and this is a linebacker that you talk about the check boxes that we have: length, athleticism, ability to operate in space. I mean, Jaden Walker has all of those traits, and a guy that, might need to put on some weight as he gets to the college level, sitting at 210 pounds, but a guy that has the frame to put on the weight, but more importantly, has the athletic traits that you want in your linebackers in this modern day of college football. And you're seeing two things. One, USC prioritizing prospects out of the high school ranks that have that athletic upside. They might not necessarily be the polished five-star prospects coming out of high school, but guys that 2 to 3 years down the road have a lot of upside in terms of the athlete that they bring to the table. Jaden Walker certainly falls under that category. We talked a little bit about it last night with Ratumana Bulavu last night. Really big fan of what this new defensive coaching staff is doing on the recruiting trail. Massive win for Coach Matt Entz at the linebacker position. Want to get into Jaden Walker, talk a little bit about what he brings to this USC program. Before we do, just want to say thank you to you guys. And as always, a shout out to the USC fans, a program that we've been talking a ton about in the transfer portal, on the recruiting trail. And the amount of support you guys continue to show to the boys, it means a ton. Cannot thank you guys enough. If y'all are new, you enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. We will continue to keep you guys as updated as possible with what USC is doing on the recruiting trail. And without further ado, let's get into this one. I first want to talk about, I think the traits that Jaden Walker has and the traits that you're going to see on the film. One thing you see right off the bat, this is a kid that plays with his hair on fire. He plays downhill. He takes on blocks extremely well, although a little bit undersized at that linebacker spot right now. A guy that doesn't play undersized. He plays bigger than his weight, and I'm excited to see what Jaden Walker looks like when he gets up to 225, 230 pounds. Because, again, this is a 6'3" frame. He's certainly going to put on some weight as he steps foot on the USC campus, and I think that's why Lincoln Riley, Matt Entz, really like the prospect of Jaden Walker, because you're really looking at a kid that's probably a low 3-star because he's only a 210-pound linebacker, where the 5-star prospects are a little bit bigger. But this is a guy that, when you talk about the modern day linebacker and what you're asking your linebackers to do in college football, in this era of college football, you have to go sideline to sideline. Teams are going to try to get the ball out to the perimeter, try to kind of out leverage defenses. You having a fast linebacker that can go sideline to sideline certainly helps that. You have a guy that can match up with those tight ends, work in the seams of the field. You have a linebacker that can go tackle running backs in the flat. That is all the things that you want in your linebacker. And I think all qualities and traits that Jaden Walker possesses. I want to get into the film a little bit, and you guys are going to see, like, this is just some exciting film. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. As a Michigan fan, like, watching this film, wish Michigan was in on this one, because you see a guy that, one, coming off the edge, just immediately in the backfield, extremely physical at the point of attack, playing this overhang linebacker role right now. And he just block destruction, takes on this block, gets into the backfield, and makes a play. This is a guy that takes on blocks extremely well. He's consistently in the opposing backfield. Now you talk about getting out to the flat. The kind of thing we talked about, where teams are going to try to attack the perimeter of the field. You have a linebacker that can get out there, play with good leverage, and make a tackle in open space, fit him right kind of in his chest. Those are the type of things that you want. Again, playing that overhang, taking on a block, working through the block, and then making a play on the quarterback. Jaden Walker can do it all. He can blitz off the edge. He can drop back in coverage. He can play in the box. He can go sideline to sideline. Again, block destruction, taking a guy's head off. You just see the power that Jaden Walker has, and although undersized, doesn't play undersized. Taking on a double team here, getting off a block, and that's another thing that we saw USC really struggle with in 2023. And that was their linebackers just not getting off blocks. Jaden Walker right here gets off a block, makes a play, strips, forced fumble, I should say. I was going to say strip sack. Again, playing out in space, get to the sideline, go hawk the ball carrier down, makes a play. Jaden Walker is really exciting. You take a look at what USC signed in that 2024 class at the linebacker spot. Jaden Walker, Elijah Newby, two linebackers that are hyper athletes. And again, Elijah Newby signed with the previous staff, stayed in the fold, but Jaden Walker signing with this new staff. And I think it further shows kind of the evidence of what USC's new defensive coaching staff wants in these prospects. They want high upside, high level athletes that, yeah, again, might need a little bit more polish, but you'll get that polish going into year one with USC. But this is a guy that has all the traits that you want in a modern linebacker. Really sneaky good get on signing day. USC closes out a really strong 2024 class. Now our attention gets turned to that 2025 class. We'll keep you guys updated. Appreciate you guys rocking with it. If y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll talk to y'all later. Peace.